Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 eyeshadow palette. This is the Rose eyeshadow palette. Absolutely stunning, and if it's anything like the first one, then it's going to be an absolute dream. Contains luminous creams, iridescent metallics, glistening pearls, and velvet mattes. It is a versatile palette you can use for the most dimensional looks that go from day to night. So this is what the actual palette looks like. It is very like shiny, like everything else in Patrick Ta's, like pretty much everything. But this one is actually a mirror. So if you look, it is like literally a mirror. I can see myself in it. So I think that's cool and I think it's cute. Beautiful packaging though. It's really hard to show you the packaging because you're just probably going to see the ring light. So this is the actual palette though, which deserves a hot second. Like, can you even see the beautifulness of this? So it is basically the same layout as the first palette. It has the two creams beside here, which have a more rosy tone. Everything in this palette is more rosy, which I like. So it has the two creams with a cover over top. The top row is metallics and the bottom row is mattes, and they go from lightest to darkest and all kind of match. So for example, this is like a light peachy kind of cream, it looks, or is it maybe, I don't know if it's peachy. It looks peachy in the pan, we'll have to see. But I'd be surprised if it was peachy because it's supposed to be a rose palette. It is kind of peachy actually. And then it has like a light metallic that matches nicely. Do you see that? How the two kind of go together. So I love the, layout of the palette. I'm excited. So I think I just need to shut up and just go in, because I could talk all day about how much I love the way this looks. So I'm going to start with the lightest cream, mainly because I'm just curious to see what the actual texture of it is. I'm going to lay this rose shade. Ooh, that's pigmented. Ooh, and that's a beautiful shade. Very pigmented. So I'm going to lay this, focusing it on the outer 3/4. Wow, I picked up a lot, so I'm going to have to go in on this eye too. Because like, look, it's like never ending pigment. You do not need a lot of these creams, guys. I'm going to just wipe off my excess because I don't want a whole ton, because I want to just gently pull it in so it softens. I don't need it so intense on the inner part. And then I'm going to slowly start to soften those edges as well. So I'm using really light pressure because I don't want it to go everywhere. To blend out that edge, I'm going to take a clean brush and circular motions. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow, that blends out like a dream, which is exactly like the first palette. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. That alone is so stunning. Like, that would be stunning. Pop on the metallic in the center of the lid and you've got a beautiful look. Like, look at how easy that was. And it looks like I have like a beautiful eyeshadow look already. Barely any work done. What I love about these palettes is they're so unique, yet so easy to work with. And just the quality of the shadows are like next level. So now let's move on to the mattes. So I'm going to take I think this shade is Amour, which looks like a nice light rosy toned shade, and I'm going to use that in the crease. Like, I'm almost in awe at this point with the quality of these. Like, look at how effortless this is just blending together. Okay, I'm going to take another fluffy brush with some of this lightest matte shade, which I believe is Crush. Just a little bit, and I'm going to have really light pressure and just kind of fan it up and down, almost like scratching the skin. to create a nice blend. Really light pressure with this so that you can just get a nice soft blend. Now I'm going to take this shade here. We're going to darken the crease up just a little bit more. I'm going to take a bit of a more precise brush. And this is a little bit rosier, so I want to build this up in that crease there. Oh, that's a stunning shade. That has a little more of like a purpley rose undertone, like a cooler undertone, which is nice. And then soften it as I go inwards. And I've had like zero fallout. Now I am tapping off my excess, but zero fallout. P.S. If I sound like nasally, I had a cold last week. It was not COVID, but I had a cold. So I'm a little congested still. And just kind of blend those together, just really lightly soften that edge. Now I'm going to apply this shade right here, which is the one I just used. That rosier shade was Devotion, I believe. And then I'm going to use Heartache. And I'm going to apply that on the outer lid. So not up to the crease, but just darken up this outer lid a little bit. Just patting it. This brush is kind of flat, so you can be more precise. Oh, this is so pretty. This is like Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona. Like Patrick Ta is, dare I say, just as, if not better, as those guys. Like these are incredible shadows. You cannot get better. Really super, like barely touching. I'm going to run over this edge to blend it in a little bit. And then last time I'm going to blend out that edge. Okay, let's start going in with some metallics. Let's get in with the fun. I'm going to actually take the metallic over top of that dark shade here, which I believe is a Fair. And I'm saying I believe because I honestly have no idea if I'm lining them up correctly. I'm going to take that shade on my finger and apply, overlapping a little bit onto the darker matte that I just applied. So we're applying this to like halfway and then a little bit outwards, overlapping that matte. Look at how rich that is. Like, just look at that. Ah. What am I doing? Making a mess is what I'm doing. I don't even know what to do. I don't want to ruin this. Okay, I'm going to fix that after. Let's just keep going. Okay, I'm going to go into... Oh, I want to use them all. Let's go into this one here, which is Romance. And I'm going to apply that. Oh, that's pretty. To the inner half. Little bit more fallout from these glitters, but it's probably because I'm using my finger, so you could use a brush and wet them. This will not only help prevent fallout, but it also can make them a little brighter. Overlap them a little bit too. So we blend. Ooh. Like I literally just can't even get over it. They're really nice and creamy metallics, but they have this the most stunning effect, like almost like a glittery, but like so fine. Like it doesn't look glittery. It looks more like metallic. But it has like this microfine glitter to it. It has the most stunning effect. Ooh, now I'm going to take this. We're doing them all. Pretty much. Close to them all. I'm going to take this shade here. It's like a duochrome. And I'm going to lay that in the center. So in between those two shades. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this shade almost has like that purpley rosy, but then like a golden shift that is just to die for. And it's like the most subtle, but you can really tell the difference between the two eyes. Like it really adds a like zhuzh to it. Okay, I'm gonna take the next one, which is this last metallic right here. I believe it's Adore. And I'm gonna apply that on a brush, but I'm going to wet it. This has a little bit more of that golden hue to it. These two shades here have a little bit of warmth, just to warn you guys. If you're more of the cool toned, I would stick to like these. These are pretty cool. These are pretty cool. And this is like more of like that plummy. And then this one here, I didn't use. It looks like it has some more warmth. And then that other one is the more peachy golden. I don't mind it because I'm pretty neutral. I can kind of play luckily with all tones, but if you don't like anything warm at all, you might want to focus on the other shades. Like, I like these two shades, but I do wish they were a little bit less warm because I feel like it would match the palette a little bit better, but that's okay. There. We'll just ignore that ever happened. Okay, I honestly think that's good. I'm gonna do one last thing. I'm gonna take this darker cream on an angled liner brush, and I'm going to do a little tiny wing. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara, and I will be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look. Like, guys, I cannot get over how much I love this palette. I think I might, I don't know. I feel like I love them equally, but this rose, like, color scheme is absolutely stunning. I feel like it has more like richness and depth. And like, I just love it. If you prefer a more rosy tone, then I definitely recommend this one over the first one, as the first one had more like browns and some of them were quite warm tones. So there's a lot less warm tones in this palette. I think it would be more for my neutral and cool tones. I mean, if you like warm tones, you can still use this. Like, there's some warm tones in there. And I think that they're not super cool toned either. It's actually a pretty neutral palette. So I do really, really enjoy this. 110 million, thousand, bajillion % recommend this palette. And I think you guys will love it just as much as I do. I know it's pricey, but I really do recommend the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palettes, as they are totally worth the investment. Hands down going to be my go-to for at least a good while, because this is just to die for. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have this palette, then I encourage you guys to follow along, as I'm obsessed with this look. Don't forget to go ahead and check out my giveaway that I have going on right now. All the information is down below in the description box to win some free makeup. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.